YouTube. So I posted something about this on my Facebook page a while ago, and I wanted to make a video about it. And it's basically how a lot of people allow what other people say about them or about their life, like to really bother them, and they fold under societal pressure. Like they feel like they need to do whatever it is that society expects them to do by a certain age, or maybe they have their own personal goals that they feel like they need to reach by a certain timeline in their life. And it's something that I see as a problem for people. It's not a problem for me because y'all know I don't care about what society thinks about me and my life, because at the end of the day, they don't pay my bills. So in my book, nobody really has a right to make an opinion about anything that has to do with my life if you don't pay a bill. And if you do pay a bill, then let's pretend that you did pay a bill. Like, let's say if you pay my cable bill, then you only have a right to ask or make an opinion about what I'm watching, or whatever has to do with whatever bill you are paying. I just thought that was hilarious. That's just extra. But anyway, so as everybody knows, when you're single, people ask about if you have a boyfriend or if you're gonna get a boyfriend, and if you have a fiance, they ask when's the wedding, and if you once you get married, they're gonna ask when you're gonna have children, and if you have one child, they're gonna say when you're gonna have a sibling or whatever. And then if you have another one, they ask, why are you having all these children? And if you get divorced, then they ask, well, why did you get divorced? And if not, then they're saying, well, why don't you move on? And if they tell you if you moved on, they're like, why did you move on so quickly? And people are never gonna stop asking and telling and opinionating and telling you what you need to do. So at the end of the day, it's like no matter what you do in the eyes of people, you're never gonna win. So really, it's like just live your life, do you, because it's your life. You pay your bills, and nobody really has the right to say anything. To me, the only person that has a right to tell me anything is God, my pastor, and my parents. That's it. Other than that, anybody else, whatever they say, is just extra. Like, I'm not gonna be rude. Like, if you want to say something, say something. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna live my life on somebody else's term, because it's my life. I'm the one that has to deal with the consequences of my decisions. I'm the one that has to deal with if I marry right or wrong. So I'm gonna take my time to make sure that I end up with the right person that God has selected for me, because I've made a lot of mistakes in my life and I am not trying to mess that one up. I feel like after giving my life to God, the second most biggest decision in my life is marriage. And I am not trying to marry the wrong person. Like, no, I'm good. So people ask me, oh, you're still single or whatever, and this and that. I'm like, look, if you have a problem with me being single, ask God why I'm still single. Like, God knows everything, and everything happens in God's timing. And I'm trusting in God for my future. And that is not, like, I'm not worried about that. So people are like, oh, are you praying about it? I'm like, look, I'm not going to pray about it because I'm not worried about it. So when I worry about it, then I'll pray about it. Until then, I'm good. So, it's like everybody always has to say something or has an opinion. And I feel like if marriage is for the rest of your life, then what's the hurry? I'm going to take my time. When people ask me what my goals are getting this business together so that my parents can be taken care of financially and they're good to go, and then I'm good to go so I don't have to struggle anymore. And then I want to be able to help the church, the kingdom of God, further that and free up my time to be able to do that, and then also be there for my parents and be there for people and travel. Like, that's what I want to do. All this other stuff is extra. Like, God knows what I need and when I need it. And I trust in his timeline. So my advice is trust in God's timing and his timeline. And don't worry what people have to say, because everybody's reaches success in different times. Everybody doesn't get married at the same time, doesn't buy their house at the same time, doesn't have kids at the same time. Everybody's different, and it's okay. It's okay to be different, You don't have to measure yourself or compare yourself to somebody else. Your story is not their story. And then also, you have to think about the fact that, like, whatever you go through in life is a process. Like, you're going through that because it's a process. Like, you may not be where you want to be in life because you're not ready for that. You have to go through some things to reach that level in your life so that then you can appreciate it. So it's so much entails, that all goes into the timetable and waiting and just being patient and going through the process. This video basically just went through a bunch of different things in one, but I just speak from the heart and I just speak what's on my mind at that moment. So I hope somebody benefits from this video. Subscribe and like. I love y'all. Thanks for all the support. Goodbye.